flash, maybe we can see something. Ooh, it's coming out real slow, that's for sure. It's pretty black. So, what I'm doing right now is both valve covers have holes in them. One's right here and one's over there on the backs of the other one. So, since it's so dry, I put about 2.5 quarts in through this side, and then I put 2.5 quarts through that side, just to kind of oil up some of these rockers and stuff if I can. Kind of dirty, but I haven't been able to get it over by the door where I can plug the vacuum in and clean it up. Let's see, I think it's this one. Okay, cranks over. Kind of sounds weird. Let's go see what it looks like. Really don't see much. So I grabbed a can of starting fluid. Hopefully we don't light anything on fire. Whoop. Got some poofs. It's kind of a lot, but I'm trying to get this thing to fire, even just for a second. So it looks like the water pump is froze up. So I'm gonna have to cut these belts off because it's holding the crank back from spinning over quickly. That's why it's cranking slow, even with a good battery on it. Okay, belts are cut. A little bit more starting fluid. So, the Thunderbird hasn't quite started yet. It's been almost a week since I filmed that last fire clip or whatever. I kept trying a bunch of stuff. Never could really get anywhere. Until finally I pulled the valve covers off to check and see if the valve lash was okay, and a lot of them were kind of way out of whack. Some of them were way too loose, some of them were way too tight. And let me just show you real quick what I'm talking about. So newer Ford big blocks have rocker arms that just bolt down, and then you don't have to adjust them at all. They're self-adjusting basically. But these ones, see, you have this, you have a nut in here with a washer that sits down in this deeper part here, and that's what holds the rocker to the head. And so what this does is, you see, you can move this one. That's because that one's at the right, they call it valve lash, and this one you can't move. That's too tight. The reason it gets too tight is because when the valves, as it's running, the valves kind of wear out, and then it pushes up further, and so it makes this way too tight. And some of them were way too loose that I could flop them around all over the place, but these are all now adjusted right. The reason this one's hard is because it's pushing down, opening the valve right now. But yeah, so I adjusted all of them, on both sides. And this is the last thing I can really think of to try and get this thing started. So hopefully this makes a big difference than just making pops. Oh yes! Heck yes! Oh yeah, come on. All right, I think that was the magic number right there. Let's get the... Oh, it sounds mean. I haven't gotten it to keep running, but that's kind of okay, I think. I don't know if it has oil pressure at all right now, so. But, oh my gosh. Oh, it sounds, even just a few seconds it runs, it sounds so nasty. Oh, so freaking nasty. Oh my gosh, that's freaking awesome. All right, so I got my multimeter here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, with the key in the car on, I'm going to check this terminal here, this little wire here, for battery power. This should have battery power when the key is in the on position. If it doesn't, that would make sense, because for some reason it seems to only want to fire when the key is in start. So it must be something in the key or something, but I just want to check this real quick and I'll let you guys know what I find. All right, so what I found is I don't think this wire is conducting any electricity while the key is just in the on position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this wire, and all this needs is battery power when the key is on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the positive terminal of the battery, and if I need to shut it off, I can just pull it off and the spark will kill. But I'm just going to use this, and I think it'll run longer using that. So let's set that up. Oh man, that is insane. What? That is so cool. Well, it runs. It definitely runs. Sounds like it's missing a cylinder or two, but that's probably just because of the fuel that I'm using. Just this carb spray is not really the best. All right, let's try that again. Big block, baby. Big block. That is crazy. Well, it started. That is awesome. Heck yeah. All right, well, I mean, next thing, all I have to do for this now is, well, I want to make sure it has oil pressure, so I'll probably pull the valve covers back off and just see if it's the oil is coming through the top end of the motor, and just kind of see how it all goes, I guess. I don't know. That is awesome though. Holy cow. It freaking runs. That's insane. Well, that's all I have for this video, guys. The Thunderbird runs. It started. That's so awesome. I'm so excited. This is so cool. There's a lot of work to be done with it still, but it runs. That's so cool. All right, anyways, comment, like this video for the Thunderbird starting. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.